I'm here. Running a bit late there, but I made it. We are here for the Brazil-Morocco game. I'm excited for this one, guys. I am excited to jump into this one. So, the teams have just completed the national anthems. Luckily, these games don't seem to kick off on time. Or my ITV plays just behind or something. I'm not sure. But they've not kicked off yet. Doing the handshakes, going through the motions. But yeah, we're going to be diving straight into this Brazil versus Morocco, a Group C game. Obviously, Haiti and Scotland play later today. But these are the two big boys of the group. Some good players on the field today. I'm a bit more familiar with these teams than I was with the USA-Paraguay game yesterday. Just waiting for this to get started now. Obviously, I'm a neutral in this game. Everyone loves Brazil, though, don't they? I feel like everyone always wants Brazil to do pretty well. But let's see how this goes. Let's see how it goes. I'm wondering if I can pop the lineups on the screen here. Is that something I could do? If I just put this on a little, just quickly, we won't have it there the whole time. Oh. We'll move it once the game gets underway, just so we can have a little chat about what we can see on the field today. There we go. We'll move that in a second. So, we got Alisson in goal for Brazil, Santos at left back, Gabriel Marquinhos at centre back, Ibanez at right back, very good defence. Then we got Bruno G and Casemiro in the midfield. In front of them, we got Vinicius on the left, Paqueta playing in the 10, Rafinha on the right, and big old Igor Thiago up top to do the dirty work there. And then we got Saibari up top for Morocco, Brahim Diaz on the right from Real Madrid, Unahi for playing in the cam, El Kanous, I don't know how to pronounce some of these Morocco players, El Ainaoui, Bouadi, and then we got Mazraoui left back from United, Riyad, Diop, and Hakimi at the back. Hakimi being the captain, El Capitano, and Big Bono in goal. So some good lineups, some good clubs being represented. We got a bit of Barcelona on the field, a couple of Real Madrid, Liverpool, Arsenal, PSG, United. Two United players in this game. I mean, we don't see much of Mazraoui in a United shirt, but he's a United guy nonetheless. Leave that lineup on there just for a little bit, and then I'll move it once things get underway. And we're all ready to go. This could actually be one of the better group games that we're going to see in this tournament. Obviously, there's more teams in it this year, which means some of the group games are going to be less competitive than what we're normally used to, I guess, in the World Cup. So this one is definitely one to watch. And the kickoff is here. So let's remove that image now. I need to get my timer up and running. Set it to 10 seconds and then we'll wait. So if you guys are a little bit ahead of me, you can just pause your screen. Pause your stream, sorry, and then sync up with me if you'd like to. Otherwise, I might be a little bit ahead, a little bit behind, but that's okay. That's all right. We're just here for the vibes. We're not going to be giving a play-by-play of everything that's happening. We're just going to be talking and saying what we see as it happens. So looking at the stadium, there's a big representation from Brazil today. I'm not sure where this game's being played, actually. I have a feeling a couple of Brazil's games are in Miami. I know they play Scotland in Miami, but I'm not actually sure where this one's being played. New York, actually, I can see it there. New York, New Jersey. So I think this is actually where the final's going to be, right? In the stadium. If it says New York, New Jersey, that means it's in New Jersey, right? This stadium. Because if it was just in New York, it would just say New York, I'm guessing. Let's pop on a poll. See who you guys think is going to win. Guessing. I mean, Morocco were good, obviously. AFCON champions. Bit of controversy there. But I think Brazil will still be favourites coming into this one. Morocco on the attack right now, though. Coming down the right wing. It's well dealt with by Santos. And there he is, Big Carlo Ancelotti. Obviously, one of the main reasons a lot of people do like Brazil for this tournament. Very successful at Real Madrid. He has a weird CV now, doesn't he? Brazil, Real Madrid, Everton, you know. There's going to be a foul to Morocco here. Free kick to Morocco, I should say. Ibanez has conceded the free kick there. Good early opportunity for Morocco to try and put the ball into the box. See if they can get anything going. Cause a bit of chaos. It's Canusu who won the free kick. Nice little move. Ibanez got his feet mixed up and brought him down. Should have probably learned how to pronounce a few more of these names. But what are you going to do, you know? What are you going to do? Ball whipped in. Headed by the defender, but still knocking around the penalty area. And looks like Brazil are going to get this one away. And they do. Straight back to Morocco, though. Morocco look comfortable on the ball early on. Not too much pressure being applied by Brazil. Again, it's sometimes hard for me to know which players have the ball because I'm not listening to the commentary, so the commentator's not letting me know that. I've just kind of got the game sounds on, you know, whistles, crowd noise. If it goes to VAR, we'll hear the referee talking. Morocco putting a move together now, but Brazil managed to clean it up, and it's going to be hit away by Ibanez. Finds that's not Rafinha, that's Paqueta. Finds Paqueta. Paqueta. Paqueta goes flying in there, but the Morocco player jumps over him. I mean, it still seems like there's a lot of Morocco fans there as well. I'd say the majority is Brazil, though. I think a lot of neutrals will be supporting Brazil. You've got the Americans there who have bought themselves a nice little Brazil kit for today's game. Morocco on the attack again. Some loose touches, though. Had to reset to keep going down this right-hand side here with Brahim Diaz. Now here. Brahim Diaz looks to shoot, gets blocked. Nothing happening there. Nothing happening there. So yeah, obviously, I think Morocco have a bit of a, not a hatred towards them, but people don't like the way that AFCON all ended up, right? With it being overturned after the actual competition had finished and being awarded the trophy. But I'm not going to let that affect my judgment. That wasn't really their fault, I guess, as a team. This players, Mazraoui making a nice run down the left. Ball gets put into the box. It's going to be shit. Ooh, and it's well cleared away there by Bruno G. And Morocco looked the more lively team. Definitely here at the start. Brazil a bit shakier. They can't really get the ball under control, which is surprising with Casemiro and Bruno G in the middle. You think they'd be able to get hold of the ball here and calm things down. It was the number 24 from Morocco, El Anawi with the shot, but well blocked by Bruno G. Another long-range shot from Morocco, going to be easily blocked. Brazil, chance to counter, but straight loose passes again. A lot of loose passes from Brazil here. They need to try and get hold of the ball and just hold the possession. Morocco through once more, get the shot off, tries to hit it across goal. Hakimi it was that time. He's claiming Alisson got a touch, but I don't think he did. I don't think he did. Oh, Gabriel might have got a touch on that. Might have got a bit of a block, but I think a goal kick's been given. Kime, Champions League winner. Back-to-back Champions League winner. Long ball played up front to Thiago. Tries to hold it up. Does pretty well, actually. But Morocco win it back again, and here they come again. You can see the lineups actually changed. I was just going to say that it did kind of look like Paqueta was playing on the right, Rafinha on the left. And I can see on FootMob they've just changed that now. They've actually got them lined up more as a 4-4-2, Brazil now. So it looks like we got Vinicius and Thiago playing as a front two. Obviously, Vinicius will probably roam a bit. He'll probably find himself out wide, drifting inside, dropping a little bit to try and get on the ball, with Thiago being the target man. But as you can see now on the pitch, they are very much playing as a front two. Marquinhos and Gabriel playing the ball around the back. Brazil finally maintaining a bit of possession here. He needs to try and get everyone a touch of the ball and calm the nerves down. Casemiro gets dispossessed in the middle. But they apply good pressure there. Brazil win it back. Casemiro. Ooh, finds Rafinha who has a shot, but it's well blocked by the Morocco player. And out come Morocco. El Kanous is had a good start here. He's found Bouade. Beats his man on the edge of the box. Lays it off to El Kanous. Looking to shoot. Ooh, another good block by Santos, who then gets fouled in his own penalty area. It's going to be a free kick to Brazil. Hakimi finding himself very far forward at the start of this game, which obviously you'd expect from him. Didn't know if he'd be a little bit more wary of doing that up against Rafinha and Santos on that left side. But yeah, he kind of just clattered Gabriel there. Nothing sinister about it, just competing for the ball there in the area, as you'd expect him to. I mean, this is an interesting one as an England fan, because I know we're getting ahead of ourselves here, but I even did it on my World Cup prediction. If England win their group and Brazil win their group, and then obviously progress far enough through the knockout stages, I think it's in the quarterfinals England would end up playing Brazil. So there's a very good chance that we do meet Brazil. I mean, England's a favourite to win their group and Brazil are favourites to win their group, but, you know, anything can happen. Morocco on the attack here. Look on the edge of the box, tries to dribble it in. The player goes down. I don't think there was a free kick, and then Morocco give away the free kick themselves. That was Unawi dribbling in fast feet into the penalty area. I think they cleanly won the ball though. I don't think there's anything for VAR to have a look at there. I think it was outside the area anyway. Not much of an appeal from the player though. He seemed pretty much ready to get on with it. A couple of hands in the air. You just don't care. 10 minutes gone in this game. I'd say a very shaky start from Brazil. Not what I expected, to be honest. Which is what... Oh. Brazil give possession away again. Morocco on the counter-attack. Morocco are looking to shoot almost every time they get a little bit of open space outside the area, which is a bit surprising with the standard of the goalkeeper for Brazil. Alisson's not the easiest man to beat, but you don't score if you don't shoot. If you don't shoot, you don't score, I should say. So we might see a nice long range goal in this game from Morocco. I was going to say something, I can't. Oh yeah, so just throwing it back to the USA game yesterday. This is why I was so impressed with the USA in the first 10 minutes. The World Cup nerves are a real thing, man. Some teams come and they can't get it all put together. They can't get the feeling, especially when you have a big home crowd there. And I know it's not a home crowd technically for Brazil, but the stadium is mainly full of yellow shirts right now. You've seen Brazil struggling a little bit in the first half. Morocco tried to slip the ball through, but it's cleared away by Marquinhos. They're just not able to counter though. They do win the free kick. Bruno G's brought down there by Buade, number 6. He's been lively here at the start. Plays his football at Lille in France. Only 18 years old. He's one to look out for them. He could be I mean, some of you guys might already know about him. It's not someone I'm super familiar with. He could be a bit of a breakout star at the World Cup, maybe. From, again, getting ahead of ourselves, but he looks pretty good. Looks feisty in there. Looks older than 18. He's not playing like an 18-year-old. Ibanez gets dispossessed on the ball. The ref gives a free kick again. I don't know what he was trying to do there. He's just running around like a headless chicken with the ball there. Just move the ball faster. So far, Morocco have had 6 attempts on goal, which just shows what I was saying. They are kind of just shooting every time they get the opportunity to. Don't know if that's a game plan, test the keeper earlier. It seems like it is. Okay, Brazil trying to build up from the back now. You've got to try and get it out wide. There's Vinicius. Running at Hakimi. Got to try and get the ball into Thiago. He does do. Thiago misses the header. That was a big chance. All Thiago had to do was make a little bit of contact on that, direct it goalwards, and the keeper was in a little bit of trouble. It was a great ball in from Vinicius. But yeah, Thiago just couldn't meet it. You know what? It wasn't even too high or too low or anything. He just didn't quite move in time. If he would have took his first step half a second earlier, we could be looking at a 1-0 lead there for Brazil. Probably undeserved. But when you got magic players like Vinicius, he can get down the line against anyone in the world, even Hakimi, no problems, and get that ball in the box. The good thing about the Brazil team from their viewpoint is their bench is stacked, man. They got Endrick on the bench. They got a lot of game changers, is what I'd say. Cunha can come on and get you a goal. Enrique can come on and get you a goal. Martinelli can come on and get you a goal. Ryan from Bournemouth can come on. Who else we got? I said Endrick, Martinelli, yeah, Cunha. And then even the defenders are pretty good on the bench. They are blessed. Obviously, Morocco don't have the same sort of firepower from the bench. But they're looking good as a team. Obviously, they're just coming off the back of an international tournament as well. So they probably... I don't know if they will have played more games than Brazil, because Brazil would have been playing friendlies, but they've been playing more competitive games than Brazil have been, definitely. Which can't be a bad thing. Okay. Brazil with the ball at the back now. Can they try and get something going here? Just playing it around. Gabriel to Marquinhos. I mean, I'm not talking because there's not much bloody happening right now. Brazil are kind of just moving it from left to right through the defence. They're not actively trying to get forward. Gabriel looks like he was intending to. Bruno G on the ball. But there's not much happening here, honestly. Paqueta's drifted inside to try and get on the ball. Now Vinicius is drifting inside to try and get on the ball. Plays it through to Paqueta. Ball's put into the box. Ooh, that was flicked on by Rafinha. Tried to find Igor Thiago, but keeper comes and claims it. Morocco go long. Brazil will just win the ball straight back with the big old head of Gabriel. Paqueta is now moved into the centre mid, it looks like. It's creating space for Ibanez there to run down the right. Because they're struggling to get anything going here, but they're moving around. I mean, we've seen quite a few position changes, a few rotations already. The ball's tried to be spread out to Ibanez, but it just doesn't get anywhere close to him. Morocco now in possession of the ball. Here come Brazil. Threads it through to Vinicius. Oh, good defending by, I think it was Hakimi, wasn't it? Yeah, he cleaned that up. He got back nicely. There was a second there where Rafinha looked like he was going to be completely through on goal, but Hakimi recovered well. He actually tried to shoot nice and early there as well, Vinicius. So it was good Hakimi reacted as quickly as he did. Corner though. I mean, get the delivery right, put it on Gabriel's head. We all know what can happen, but he's seen it all year in the Premier League. Let's see. See what they can do. It's going to be Bruno G to whip it in. Here we go. Right on the keeper, but the keeper doesn't claim it. Still there on the edge of the box. And they've ended up going all the way back, probably to the goalkeeper. Yeah, all the way back to the goalkeeper. The delivery wasn't the best, a bit too close to the goalkeeper there. Not what Gabriel's used to. I mean, they laugh at Arsenal for scoring a lot of corners, but they don't have put a good corner in there. You know what I mean? The delivery's got to be good. Doesn't matter how good the guys are in the box if you don't put it on the red. Mazraoui shaved his hair. Oh, Morocco through. He's chipped the keeper. It's 1-0. It's 1-0. I looked away for 1 second, and before you know it, Saibar is through on goal. Alisson's come out, and it's not even a full chip. It's just a little dink. And Morocco are 1-0 up. And honestly, it's pretty well deserved. Brazil have been a bit all over the place. So what we were saying before about England and Brazil maybe meeting each other in the knockout rounds if we both win our group, maybe not Brazil. Maybe not. How are the Brazil players going to respond to this? I mean, they got a good manager who can mix things up in Ancelotti, but what a start for Morocco. So it's a ball from Mazraoui. Comes into the midfielder who just slips it right in between Marquinhos and Gabriel. And Saibari just beats them both for pace. Doesn't even take a touch. Alisson's out of his area, so he can't even use his hands. And he just almost scoops it over the top of him. It was a great finish. Great composure. He did actually get more height in it than I thought. That was a great finish. There we go. One 0 Morocco. We should be in for a good game here now. We should be in for a good one. I mean, I did enjoy doing the USA game yesterday, but it was kind of dead at halftime, wasn't it? There was a bit of more life when Paraguay got that goal back to make it 3-1, but you just kind of knew they were never actually going to make a full comeback. In this game, genuinely anything could happen. Even if Morocco went up 2 or 3-0, I'd still have some faith that Brazil could come back if there was enough time left. The way things are going so far, though, Brazil have not even looked like scoring. It's Brahim Diaz with the assist there. He was the one who slips in Saibari. We got a hydration break 22 minutes into the game. That's the way, I like it, Do, 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 do. I mean, Morocco seems to have like two, not even full sections of the stadium. I'd say almost squares in the stadium where they have their fans, and then the rest of it is definitely dominated by Brazil fans, and they're going to be disappointed here in the first half of the first half. Only 23 minutes gone though, 1 time to go. This hydration break is actually a bad thing for Morocco, you'd say. Gives Carlo a little bit of time with his players. A few words of, maybe not inspiration, but a few words of calm. I reckon he'd be delivering there. I don't think he's the type of manager to be bollocking them there, going a bit crazy at him. I think he'll just be instilling a bit of calm in him, letting them know one way to go. Get on the ball. I mean, Brazil did start keeping a little bit more possession in the second 10 minutes of the game, from 10 to 20 minutes, but they weren't really doing anything with it. They were just moving it across the back line, and Morocco were just shifting from side to side. It's not going to tire out Morocco. They're not going to feel uncomfortable with that. You know what I mean? You've got to try and play some forward passes, but every time they did, it was just a loose pass or a loose touch. So this break probably, well, definitely more favourable to Brazil. Stop the momentum of Morocco. Because some of the Morocco players are all smiles here on the side while they're drinking the water. They need to know this game's not done yet. What a feeling though scoring in the World Cup must be. Saibari from Eindhoven, 25 years old. I think I'm saying that name right. Saibari. Let's have a quick look at the stats while we got this break as well. I mean, Brazil have actually had more possession, 55%, but I don't feel like they've been doing anything with that possession. 7 shots for Morocco, 3 for Brazil. Only 1 on target for Morocco. Touches in the opposition box, 6 to Morocco, 5 to Brazil. 1 big chance each, so that big chance for Brazil would have been the Igor Thiago header that didn't quite go in. But pretty even, actually, stats-wise, apart from the shots. But those shots, I wouldn't even really take too much notice of that, because Morocco were kind of just shooting from anywhere at the start. Just making a few notes to talk about later in the match reaction video that we will do after the game. So if you do join the stream and you can't stick around for the full thing, you can always watch the match reaction later. See the thoughts on the game. It's good to make a few notes as you go so you have stuff to talk about. You don't forget, what you saw. So we are underway here again now. 26 minutes on the clock. About 20 minutes left of halftime with probably, I think it's like almost a guaranteed 5 minutes added on now with the hydration break. I'm not sure officially how long the hydration break is, but it seems to be about 4 or 5 minutes, I think. Okay, here come Brazil. Bruno G. trying to get something going, but he lost the ball immediately. Mazraoui's playing really well for Morocco. I mean, he doesn't even get a minute for United. He's out here doing the most for Morocco. Hakimi's driving forward, going to look to shoot. He does shoot. Oh, and he's dragged it wide. Never really challenging Alisson. Gotta say, from all of the kits we've seen so far, that I've seen so far, they're all pretty nice. This Puma one of Morocco's is nice as well. The Brazil kit's just iconic, innit? I mean, it's tough to mess up a Brazil kit, but I quite like the Morocco kit as well. USA's was nice. Paraguay's was nice. Not seen any horror shows yet. Here come Brazil with Casemiro. He is dispossessed by that Bayad. I mean, Buade is a strong 18-year-old. I'll give him that. Bloody hell, he just bodied Casemiro there, shrugged him off the ball, won the ball, and here come Morocco on the attack again. Morocco manager will be very happy with what he's seen so far. What's he called? Mohamed Houabe. Don't know how you pronounce that either. I need to work on my pronunciations here. Coming into the World Cup. Brahim Diaz been brought down there by Santos. It's going to be a free kick, almost like a corner for Morocco. Be Hakimi on the delivery again. I mean, if Morocco could get another one here, Brazil are in all sorts of trouble. Who's the main target man? Number 18 looks pretty big. Riyad, the centre-back. He looks like a pretty big boy. He's got Thiago marking him. And then number 14, the other centre-back, Diop. Look like the two main target men in there. Ball is played in. Goes to the front post. Flicked on towards the back. But it's cleared away. But Morocco have the ball again into the penalty area. Oh, the through. 1-on-1 shoots. Oh, blocked by the defender. Here's Diaz. Manages to sneak a shot through the defence. But it's no trouble for Alisson, that one. And Brazil, honestly, Brazil had the ball for 2 seconds there. Looks to make a forward pass. I think it was Bruno G. Looks to play it out wide, and he's just passed it literally straight to the feet of a Morocco player. It's actually terrible from Brazil. I think we're going to, if it stays like this, if it stays at 1-0, or even if Morocco score again, and Brazil keep playing in this manner, we're definitely going to see some changes at halftime from Ancelotti, because this has been terrible. Who now here plays it. The number 10 was looking to have a shot. It's Brahim Diaz. Ball drilled across the goal from Morocco. Cleared away from the Brazil player. Hakimi gets it on the edge of the box. Tries to have a shot, but it's just flown high and wide. Someone in the crowd will be grabbing that one. Is that Tom Brady in the crowd seeing his Brazil top? Standard neutral behaviour. Can't blame him. Throw a Brazil kit on. Why not? Rocking the blue one. I mean, if I had a Brazil top, I'd be wearing it today, but, you know, I don't really buy other international shirts, just England, which isn't, we don't have the best shirts, they're always kind of plain, but what can you do? Here come Morocco again. Happy to just play around at the back at the moment, Morocco. I mean, the onus isn't on them to get this game going again, you know. They're happy to sit. They go back to the keeper, though, who just kind of kicks it long. Looks to find, I think it was Hakimi on the right side. Now Hakimi's out of position. And we are going to have Rafinha making a run down this left-hand side. We've not seen much of him so far. Lays it off to Bruno G on the edge of the box. Tries to get it back out wide to Rafinha. He's got to put it across. Does put it across. He scores! What a goal. What a goal. It wasn't Rafinha, sorry. It was Vinny. It was Vinny Jr. I thought Rafinha was out there and left. What a goal! There we go, just like that. Just like that. You don't have to play well for 30 minutes. You have to play well for 10 seconds to score a goal. That's all you need. That is all you need. And we are back even. I don't think there's going to be anything for the referees to check in terms of VAR. Hakimi, hands on the hips. Vinicius makes his mark in this World Cup. A lot of expectation coming from him. This should be his World Cup, you know. Looking at the likes of him and Mbappe to take this World Cup by the scruff of its neck. It was a great goal, honestly. I mean, we said Hakimi tried to make an attack down that right-hand side, loses the ball, then he's not in position, and the next thing you know, Vinicius Jr. is cooking El Anoui, the centre mid who's filled in for Hakimi, and he just had no chance. There we go. 1-1, Vinicius Jr. We're underway again. This is a game. This is what we want to see in the World Cup. Both teams going for it. Should give Brazil a bit more confidence now. Say that and then straight away they do a loose pass and give it straight back to Morocco. Here come Morocco. Now we're got Brahim on the right. Hakimi's fouled. Hakimi and Vinny having a chat there while Hakimi's on the floor. It's not a bad position here for Morocco to whip that ball in. Throw the centre-backs up. Big Diop, big Riyad. And there they are, the big centre-backs waiting patiently in the box. He is a big lad, isn't he, that Diop? Be Hakimi to deliver again. Ball goes in. Headed away by the Brazil defender. Only as far as the Moroccan players waiting on the edge. Back in by Brahim Diaz. Alisson comes out, punches it away. Nice play. Mazraoui with the ball on the halfway line. Being put under some pressure there from Rafinha. Back to the goalkeeper. Rafinha still pressing. Keeper just gets that one away. All the way through to Alisson at the other end. I wanna rock with you all the night. Just having a look at the lineups here, and Bruno G's and Brahim Diaz are the highest rated players on the pitch right now. That Buwadi's actually only got a 6.4 rating. I thought he's played pretty well in the midfield, especially for an 18-year-old. Just not really been a standout player yet, I guess. From everyone on the field, obviously Vinny for his goal. Bruno G with the assist. Saibari for his goal, but I wouldn't say there's anyone in particular who's grabbed the game by the scruff of the necks and made it theirs. You know what I mean? Brazil with a throw in here. 36 minutes. About 10 minutes to go. Probably with 5 added on. Morocco dispossessed Brazil there. Don't really look to counter. Just maintain possession. try and get the game by the scruff of its neck again. Hakimi finds Brahim Diaz. Oh! I think that was Elanui who was about to break through and he gets brought down by Casemiro, who does take the yellow card. That's standard Casemiro behaviour, though. Wasn't a bad foul to give away because it did look like they were about to go on a dangerous attack. It's not great to get a yellow card in the first half of a game. Nothing nasty about it. Kind of just stopped the play in its tracks. Yeah, it just kind of comes across him. Brings him down. The fall was worse than the tackle. Nice little bit of play from Morocco, though. Casemiro, yellow card. So maybe I mean, he probably won't come on, but Edison is on the bench for Brazil. And that is United's new player. I'm pretty sure it's confirmed at this point. So I'd love to see him get some minutes in the game. I don't think he will, though, because he was a late call-up, you know what I mean? So I don't think we're going to see him coming on. You have some more experienced players in like Fabinho on the bench. Okay, here comes Brazil. Tries to hold up the ball there. I think it was Paqueta trying to hold up the ball and he just gets brought down by Elanui, who's claiming Paqueta's giving one of them, but I don't think he did. I didn't see that. There's Brazil on the edge of the box. Ooh. Both teams have got a bit sloppy, actually, since it went to 1-1. Okay, ball fed into Thiago. We've not seen much of Thiago. I mean, there's a couple of Brazil players who we've not seen too much of so far. Paqueta's not done much. Rafinha's really not done that much. He's struggled to make an impact. I mean, Vinny'd not really done anything until the goal, which was a bit of magic. Thiago's been very quiet, but I guess you're not looking at him to be a standout star, but I would have liked to see him being a bit more involved. But the midfield's not really been able to get the ball into him for him to hold it up. Long ball played over the top to Rafinha. He's trying to chase it, but it's going to go straight through to Bono, that one. There's no dangers there. And here we go with Diop from the back. It's going to look to go long. Give it a big old boot up the field. Saibar is not able to get that under control. Casemiro plays out wide to Vinny. Vinny looks to beat Hakimi. Doesn't manage to. They both go down in a big old tumble. Who is this in the crowd with his very bright shirt? Paqueta throws one into the box. Tries to find Rafinha. It just goes over his head. I mean, Rafinha can't get anything going in this game. We got Neymar on the bench there. I didn't actually see Neymar on the bench, though. He's actually not. So Brazil actually have one less player on the bench named the Morocco. I think he's injured, isn't he? He's got that calf injury. I think they said if he was going to be able to play, you'd be looking at semi-final and final. So obviously a little bit of a weird one because you've left out the likes of Joao Pedro. So yeah. There was someone else who was left out as well. I can't think who it was. Someone pretty big. Morocco on the attack here. Hakimi loses possession. And El Anoué is going to commit a foul on Paqueta. Paqueta's getting a little bit more involved here in the last 5 minutes. Okay. Brazil back on the ball. Marquinhos to Gabriel. Out to Santos, into Vini. Just knocking it around the back. Here we go. Bruno G out wide, looking to get the ball into the box. It is blocked by Mazraoui, but Bruno G's got it back. Mazraoui fouls him. Referee doesn't give it. Bruno G still got the ball. He needs some help. Tries to find Rafinha, and again, the ball just doesn't go where it wants to. And here comes Brahim Diaz and Morocco on the break. Gets brought down. Was that by Casemiro? Oh my God, we could be looking at a red card here. Oh, it wasn't Casemiro, sorry. No. Who was that? Oh, it's Ibanez. Yeah, absolutely clatters Diaz there. Again, it's not a bad foul to give away. Referee's done well to give him the yellow card. Not a bad tackle, but when you're stopping a counter-attack like that, it's got to be a yellow card. That was a big moment there for Morocco. I mean, they do have cover at left-back as well, Brazil. They got that Alex Sandro, haven't they? I'm pretty sure he's a left-back. Just a couple of minutes left here to go, and then we see what added time we're looking at. 43 minutes gone so far in the game. El Anoué trying to bring the ball forward from Morocco, gets dispossessed, and now we got Casemiro. Plays it into Bruno G. Out wide to Paqueta. Paqueta's going to find Vini. And they've kind of ended up back in their own half again with Casemiro. Finds Rafinha. Can Rafinha do anything? He gets fouled. Wasn't much in it. Number 23, who's that again? Oh, El Canous. The left winger. Brought him down. Just a couple of minutes left to go here in the first half. Be interesting to see if any changes made at halftime. I thought Brazil might have made some, but no, I'm not sure they will. They seem to have. I won't say they're the better team still, though. It's still pretty even. Could actually see a draw being the outcome of this game. But let's see what Brazil can do here in the final minutes of the half. It's going to be Paqueta maybe looking to whip this ball in. Tries to kind of switch the play, but Morocco clear it easily, and now they have a chance to counter here. Don't really move the ball quick enough to do so, though. Hakimi, Brahim Diaz, Bouade. Back to Hakimi. Brahim Diaz on the right side now. All the Brazil players managed to get back. Morocco didn't quite move quick enough there. I would have liked to see him move that ball a bit faster. 4 minutes added on. So that'll be the hydration break. Added time makes no sense really, though, sometimes, because there was also 2 goals where the game did stop for quite a moment, you know what I mean? But 4 minutes is enough. Get these players in. We can take a little break and go and see what's happening in the second half. We got Morocco on the ball again with the goalkeeper. Bono plays a big switch pass across. Gets intercepted there by Santos. Paqueta. Back to... Well, Paqueta's still on the ball, just moving forward with it. Ball's put into the box. Back to Paqueta, who tries a bit of a bicycle over a kick thing going on. Not a bad attempt. I don't think it was ever going to really challenge the goalkeeper, but he give it a go. Let's have a look here. Yeah, it was kind of like a sideways scissor kick thing going on. Probably could, yeah, I mean, he might have had a bit of time to bring the ball down there and try and do something with it. There was a bit of a weird attempt on goal. It was never challenging Bono. I'm doing good, Dylan. How are you, buddy? Glad you're enjoying the reactions. Hope you're enjoying the World Cup. Good game we've got going on here. Brazil, Morocco. 1-1. Couple of minutes left in the first half. Rafinha puts the ball in off the corner. Oh, it's flicked across the goal, but goes out for a goal kick. Marquinhos not happy with that one. He wants a corner. So I think VAR can actually look at the corners now, right? That was my understanding of the rule changes. They can have a quick look as long as it doesn't take too long and see if that's the correct decision, which I don't hate as long as it... I mean, when you're looking at something like a corner, you should be able to check it within 2 seconds, right? Who did it hit? There's nothing subjective about it. It's an objective decision. Here we go. Just under 2 minutes left in this first half. Big goal kick up to Saibari, not able to bring it under control. And Ibanez is just going to hoof it back the other way. Up to Igor Thiago's not able to get it either. Bit scrappy these last couple of minutes. Brazil do manage to get a hold of the ball now. Vini, does he have anything left in this half for us? He's drifting forward. He's not looking to use his teammates. He just tries kind of dribbles into Hakimi, who dispossesses him. And then Hakimi gets fouled there by Paqueta. So, as we head into halftime, do we think we're going to see any changes from either team? Rafinha has been really ineffective, but I mean, his reputation is good enough that you keep him on. Thiago's been kind of ineffective up top, especially when you get the likes of Cunha on the bench. You could put Cunha up there with Vini. Vini's kind of playing as a second striker, but also he seems to have been more on the left-hand side in this last 10 minutes. Kind of got his goal from the left-hand side as well when Hakimi was out of position. The ref blows up there for the end of the first half. So let's get this time paused. Glad you're doing well, Dylan. Yeah, games have been crazy. We've done the America game. That was a good game. Team USA looking nice and strong there. I managed to catch the South Korea game against Czechia. That was a good game. Bit of drama in that one with the VAR disallowed goal. Well, it was just offside, weren't it? But good game, 2-1. This one is the one that's definitely most interesting so far. I mean, when we look at the World Cup, let's have a look. This could be one of the best group games we're going to see. Let me see if anything else stands out. Netherlands, Japan coming. But I wouldn't say that will be a good game, but I don't think it's going to be as good as this one in terms of quality of teams. Where's the fixtures? Okay. Yeah. So we've got Netherlands, Japan tomorrow, I think that is. And then I'm going through this list, and you get Saudi, Uruguay, no. Spain, Cape Verde, no. Iran, New Zealand, no. Belgium, Egypt will be a good game, but is it going to be as good as this in terms of team quality? No. France, Senegal, good, but no. England, Croatia, still in terms of team quality, no, not as good as this game. This actually might be the best group game we're going to see. Struggling to see any other ones that have the quality that both these two teams have. I mean, I'm quite far down the list now at this point. Argentina, Austria, no. This might be as good as it gets for the group stages. Paraguay, Australia, no. Egypt, Iran, no. Uruguay, Spain, okay, there's one. That one could maybe pip this one. Normally, I wouldn't put Morocco up there, but obviously, AFCON champions, you got to put some respect on the name for that. Yeah, Brazil did look very shaky at the start, definitely. Which I wasn't expecting from them. You don't really associate a Brazil team with nervous energy, but that's definitely what they brought to the start of that game. They managed to get under control. I think the big turning point, if we do speak about the first half a little bit now, I'll cover a lot of this in the match reaction as well, that we'll do after the game. But as you said, Dylan, they were shaky at the start. They couldn't string a pass together. They had two up top there, but they just couldn't get the ball into the strikers. It looked like every time they had the ball, they wanted to go sideways or backwards. As soon as they did look to make that forward pass, it was just a terrible pass or a terrible touch. So yeah, very shaky. I think the turning point of that half was, as stupid as it sounds, literally was that hydration break. I mean, Morocco had just scored. Brazil were a bit all over the place. Next minute, everyone's drinking water on the sidelines. The Moroccan players have got smiles on their faces. The goal scorer's hugging the players on the bench. Don't blame him. He's just scored his first World Cup goal. But you could kind of see that loss of focus there just for a slight second. Meanwhile, Brazil are huddled around Carlo Ancelotti, who's, as I said in the stream, probably wasn't shouting at him or anything or making him panic even more. Probably just saying, "Look, boys, calm down, play your football." And then, lo and behold, we come out in the second half, and well, not the second half, after the hydration break, and Brazil look a much better team. I've just seen Colombia-Portugal's a group game as well. I like that one. Yeah, Swiss-Canada. I mean, just because two teams are good doesn't mean it's going to be a good game either, right? You never know what's going to happen. A good game normally just means balanced teams or a different play style. If you have like an attacking team and then a team that's good at counter-attack. So yeah, the Swiss-Canada game, there's going to be a lot of good games in the group stage, evenly matched ones. But yeah, in terms of like superstar teams meeting in the group stage, Colombia-Portugal's a big one. That's in Miami as well. So that they would be the three standouts for me. This game that we're seeing right now, Colombia, Portugal, and then the other one was Uruguay and Spain, which is going to be played in Mexico. The Uruguay-Spain one probably could be the best one. But yeah, there's a couple of good games. I think the Turkey-USA game will be good. That'll be a good one to watch. Because that's probably going to be, obviously as you get later into the group stages as well, there's more on the line, right? These first games of the group stage, you don't really know what's riding on it. Obviously, you need the points. You need to win the game. But as we get later into the group stage, say the USA-Turkey one, realistically, that's going to be for first place in that group. Finishing first place in your group could be the difference between facing a third place team in the first knockout round or someone else who's won their group, you know what I mean? It could be the difference of avoiding Brazil or something, avoiding Spain in the knockouts. Yeah, definitely. Once Vinny got that goal in, the game's definitely evened up. But I still wouldn't say Brazil are... they're not playing as well as I thought they would do. Definitely not. Still been a pretty even game. If I'm having a look on FootMob right now, I mean, I'm looking on FootMob. They have Brazil rated as a 6.7 overall, and Morocco as a 6.9. Couple standout. There's more standout performers on the Morocco team on FootMob ratings, but FootMob don't always get it right because they've got that Bouadi at 6.5, and I think he's been really good. I really like him. I wonder if there's anyone being linked with him because where did I say he's playing at the moment? Lille, 18 years old. I've not been really keeping up with the transfer market rumours and stuff. Because the World Cup's on. Who cares about transfer rumours at this point, you know what I mean? I'll wait for the transfers to happen. So yeah, I don't know if he's been linked with anyone, but I reckon he could be if he continues to play like he's playing in this game. I will be back in just a second. I'm just going to take a 2-minute break here before the start of the second half. Just give me a little moment. Okay, I'm back. Ready to go again. Dylan said it looks like Brazil midfield struggled so far without Neymar. Yeah, I mean, Rafinha has been the most disappointing one for me out of that Brazil team. He's just not looked comfortable on the pitch at all, has he? Every time he's had the ball, he's not made any impact whatsoever. Some loose touches, loose passes. He's been a little bit bullied there. The most dangerous bit of that Morocco team is definitely the right wing as well with Hakimi. I'm going to note that down. Hakimi and Brahim. Caused a little bit of problem there for Santos. Playing at left back. Okay, players are back out on the field. Love to see it. Sorry for that knuckle crack. I need to stop doing that. I don't know if Mike would have picked that up there. We need to reset this timer, don't we? We'll get that ready to go. Get it back down to 45. Scorelines all correct. Morocco plays a little bit slower to come out onto the pitch. Brazil have had the talking to. They're out on the pitch ready. Morocco come out after them. A couple of players having a discussion with the referee there. I think that's Gabriel. You know, Gabriel likes to have a chat with the referee. If you ever hear a little bit of bias from me, it's because I'm a Manchester United fan. As you can tell by the top, I'm literally wearing a United shirt. And Brazil are going to make a change. So this is going to be Fabinho coming on. And that's going to be for Casemiro. Obviously, Casemiro did get that yellow card. Also not had the best game so far, if I'm being honest. Even as a United fan, I do love Casemiro. Let's see what sort of difference that makes. Maybe Fabinho can give them a little bit more composure there in the middle. Make more of an impact on this game. And the game is back underway. Here we go. Second half. What's it got in store for us? Okay, Gabriel's going to get it out to Vinny on this left-hand side. I don't think Morocco made any changes. They didn't. Don't blame them. They also don't have as much on the bench as Brazil. Brazil are kind of blessed with their bench. There's a lot more they can do with their team to change things up. I'd still like to see Cunha get on the field at some point, maybe Martinelli. You'd expect Vinny will play the full game though. But I don't know if they'll play Thiago the full game or they might try Cunha up top there. Here comes Brazil on the right-hand side with Rafinha. Can he get anything else going in this game of football? Mazraoui deals with him though. Corner. Brazil taking the time to put it in there. It's being held up. I think the referee's going to go and have a chat with Gabriel. There's something going on in the box. It's not Gabriel he's having a chat with. It's the number 18 for Morocco. Riyad, the centre-back. So Riyad and Diop both being a bit feisty today for Morocco. Here comes the delivery. Put into the front post. Flicked on by Marquinhos. I think it's going to be another corner. Yeah, another corner kick. Tried to flick it on. It didn't really go anywhere, though. Deliveries haven't been great off these corners so far for Brazil. I mean, you try and find the header, Gabriel, you've got a good chance of scoring a goal. Puts it in again, tries to flick it on again, runs all the way through. Vinny's going to pick it up on the left-hand side, though. Can he get a good delivery in? Is he going to try and beat Hakimi? Tries to beat Hakimi, but Hakimi says, no, sir. Give me that ball. And there come Morocco on the counter-attack. Out to Diaz. Brahim. I should refer to him as Brahim instead of Diaz. I always call him Diaz. I'm not really sure why I do that. But I mean, he is called Brahim Diaz, but... Both managers are suited and booted today. We saw Pochettino in a very relaxed outfit there yesterday for the USA game. Okay, Morocco. Just reset there with Hakimi to Diop to Bono. Still not much of a high press from Brazil. We're seeing a little bit more press now, but I wouldn't say it's like an intense press. But they do press Hakimi there, and they do win the ball off him, just as I said that. The referees give a foul. That's going to be on... what's he called? Bruno G. From Newcastle. And Hakimi's down, holding his head here. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, it's a nasty one, actually. He's left one on him. Top of the foot, ankle area, studs. Probably warranted a yellow card, if we're being honest. It was a bit of a nasty one. I think he'll be okay. I think it'll just be a little bit sore, that one. Carlo. Don Carlo. Okay, Hakimi's fine. So I'm just listening to like the game audio. I don't have commentary on. I can just hear like some Americans having a random conversation right now. They need to move this microphone. Just talking about random stuff here. He's talking about his car. I don't know what's going on in my audio. And there's Neymar on the bench. Well, he's not actually on the bench today. As Dylan said, they are missing him from the midfield or the attack, whatever you want to call it, the wing. But yeah, he's got a calf injury, so we're not going to be seeing him until later in the tournament, if they get there. Mazraoui. Here come Morocco. Bouade plays it back. And Morocco being patient here. Some nice little possession play. Get the ball out wide. Back into the middle to Bouade. Back out wide again. They're not rushing anything. Brazil definitely are pressing a little bit more in the second half, I'd say. Vinny put the pressure on. Now Paqueta's pressing Hakimi. Hakimi plays a nice 1-2 though. Drives through. But he's dispossessed there by Fabinho. Fabinho's first play of this game. Finds Vinny on the left-hand side. Hakimi again out of position. This is exactly what happened when Brazil scored the first goal. Hakimi drove forward, out of position, and Vinny found a bit of joy on the left-hand side, but not able to this time around. A little surprised it wasn't a yellow, especially after all the reds in the very first game of the tournament. Yeah. I mean, every referee is going to give their own different perspective on the game, but we have already seen we've seen 2 yellows. Yeah, Ibanez got a yellow and Casemiro got a yellow. Both very similar ones in terms of the tackle actually wasn't that bad, but they kind of stopped a counter-attack. That was probably the worst challenge we've seen yet, the studs on. Maybe you just didn't catch it. I mean, I didn't really see it that much until I saw the replay. But yeah, probably should have been a yellow card. Bruno G lucky to get away with that one. If you get a straight red in the World Cup, do you miss the next 2 games, or is it the next 3 games like it would be in the Premier League? I think if you get 2 yellows, you'd only miss 1 game, right? Oh, what have I just missed there? I don't know what I just missed, but Bono made a save. I need to stop talking about yellows here. Okay, Brazil reset the attack. Fabinho's already seeing more of the ball than Casemiro was. Seems to be a calming influence on this midfield. He's finding the spaces. Ball's moved out to the right-hand side to Rafinha. Beats his man, puts the ball across. Thiago's just been held by Diop there, but was never going to get to that ball anyway, I don't think. First bit of life we've seen from Rafinha in the game. Yeah, it was off a quick throw-in. The ball got fed through to Thiago, I think who got the shot away. You'd expect Bono to make the save, but a good save nonetheless. Parried it out of danger. Fabinho. Marquinhos to Gabriel. To Paqueta. Plays it out wide to Vinny. What can he get going up against Hakimi? Decides to play it back inside and dribbles inside himself. Finds Bruno G, loses out. And here come Morocco on the counter-attack. He's got Brahim on the right. He's picked up the ball. Foul off the ball from Fabinho. Referee says, get up. Ball's given away. Vinny's brought down by Hakimi. Referee decides not to give the foul. And Hakimi dispossesses Vinny a second time. I don't know if he said it wasn't a foul or he said play on. Fabinho just absolutely bodied Hakimi there. Give him a good old shoulder barge. Okay. It's been a good start to the second half, though. I think both teams are playing a little bit better. Well, Morocco probably not playing any better, actually. Probably pretty similar. They were already playing at a pretty good standard. Hakimi switches the ball with a nice pass there to Mazraoui, who beats Rafinha, is now driving forward, needs to pass it. He does pass it. Ball's out to the left to El Khanous. Can he make anything happen? Tries to play it inside, doesn't quite work. Comes out to Brahim. Cleared away by Brazil. Vinny on the ball. There's definitely a pattern forming here of Hakimi driving forward with the ball. Not necessarily getting dispossessed, but the attack comes to an end, and then you see Brazil instantly try and get the ball out to Vinny. I think that is something they've been told to focus on. Look, if Hakimi goes forward and they lose the ball, get the ball to Vinny as fast as possible. Because then before you know it, you've got that big old Diop trying to cover for Hakimi. Or that Eleni Ainawe, who tries to come in and cover for Hakimi at right back. And that's when Vinny's getting the most joy. In the 1v1 so far, Hakimi's not doing too bad. in managing Vinicius. Gabriel plays out to Santos. But we're definitely seeing Vinny play primarily as a left winger here now. Footmob's still saying it's a 4-4-2, but I'm not really seeing that right now. Thiago's a bit isolated up top on his own. Ooh, Thiago puts a big tackle in on who's that? The number 24. That's one I keep forgetting. That Elanui, the centre mid. It's off a goal kick. They're trying to play the ball around in their own area. It actually wasn't that bad. It's just a strong shoulder barge. A bit into the back of the Moroccan midfielder. The free kicks given. Thiago's a sweaty boy. That man's wet. I'm surprised if he gets a full 90 minutes, Thiago. Okay, Bono. Long ball up the field. It's won by Fabinho. But comes to Brahim, who's making a run down the right-hand side. He's not got anyone there to help him. Tries to hold the ball up, but he's got two men suffocating him there in the corner. And Paqueta comes away with it. Finds Gabriel. Alisson. Morocco playing a high press on here on the Brazil defence. Brazil composed so far. Managed to work the way out of it. Until it gets to Rafinha, who goes down with a foul. I feel like the play always stops with Rafinha so far. Whether he's fouled, which obviously is not his fault, and it can be a good thing winning free kicks, obviously. Or him giving it away. Okay, Brazil gets underway again, playing around the back. Heading towards the 60th minute already. This half's definitely going faster. Out to Vinny on the left. He's looking to come inside. Finds Fabinho. Fabinho has to go back to the defenders of Marquinhos and Gabriel. Out wide to Santos. Finds Vinny. Morocco are all back though, back in the positions. Shifting along nicely, moving left to right as Brazil switch from the left to right. Out to Rafinha. They're just taking a second here, Brazil. Just moving the ball. Gabriel gets his heads up, plays it through to Paqueta. Thiago's making a run. Nobody wants to play it to him, though. I mean, it's pretty poor from Brazil, that, actually. Thiago makes a run out wide. You don't really want to give him the ball there. I guess he was trying to make space in the middle, but no one ran there. But then Vinny played the ball there anyway. Seems like something they've been working on. Maybe Thiago makes the run outside, create a bit of space in the middle. So Vinny played that pass, but there was no one there. This last 10 minutes has been a bit stale. But here come Brazil. Oh, that's a terrible pass by the right back. Ibanez, I think it was, who played that pass. I'm not sure. Terrible pass. Right. Come on. We need something to happen in this game, actually. It's actually turned very dull all of a sudden. Very dull. It's just both teams just giving the ball away carelessly. The thing is with this game as well, it's the first game of the group. If it's a draw, you almost expect it's going to become a battle of who can score the most goals against Scotland and Haiti in the other games, right? Because you kind of expect both teams to comfortably beat Scotland and Haiti. No disrespect to them. Scotland, I think, have a okay team. They're going to miss Billy Gilmore there. But if you win this game, you pretty much win your group. Don't you, really? If we're being honest. Win this, you win your group. It's the way I see it. I'm sure the players are aware of that. Out of interest, Dylan, am I quite far behind you in this stream? I have to have a bit of stream delay, obviously. I'm just interested how far actually am I behind you when you're watching it. Because I feel like I'm maybe like a minute behind. I hope it's not as much as a minute. Is Fabinho bleeding there from his mouth? Because I'm currently on the 63rd minute and 30 seconds. But obviously I'm watching it from a PC, so I'm not watching it directly on a TV. I think a TV... You're going to the 65th minute now, yeah, so I'm about a minute behind. I'm not watching it directly on a TV, so I think the TV apps, the internet apps that you watch them on are always a little bit slower, right? Don't have to do the Scotland game. I'm going to watch the Scotland game anyway. Let's see how I feel after this one. I was feeling good, and now this game's kind of killing me a little bit. Brahim's come off. I missed that, sorry. I was messing around there. So Unawi's come off, and Brahim's come off, which is a bit surprising. Fabinho's, it's a bloody nose he's got, actually. I thought it was his mouth bleeding. Thiago's also come off. Paqueta's come off. Yeah, I missed a lot of substitutes there. Danilo's come on. I'm going to assume that's for Ibanez at right back. Cunha's come on. I'm guessing that's going to be for Thiago. And Enrique's come on. Which, for Paqueta? We'll have a look now and see. But here comes Brazil on the attack. Cunha's on the ball on the right wing. So maybe Cunha's taken Paqueta's place and that Enrique's gone up top. Not entirely sure. I really like to see Edison play. How many games am I planning on streaming? As many as I can, really. I want to try and get back into the streaming. Obviously, I'm not going to get loads of viewers, but I'm going to be watching the games anyway. I'm trying to revive the YouTube channel there, so I might as well throw the streams on. Any games that interested me and work time-wise, you know what I mean? There's going to be some games I can't do because of the time difference. I mean, I could physically do them, but it's going to affect my work life and that, so I'm not going to go that far with it. But the weekend, I'll probably do most of the games. Especially when it gets to the knockouts, I'll make some more exceptions, you know, for staying up late to watch a game. But for group games, not so much. But I'll definitely be doing a few through the week. But I can't give you a clear answer on that one. I'm beating around the bush there. The real answer is I don't know. Let me have a look on my phone at which ones I might do. If YouTube was my full-time job, I'd do all of them. I mean, Netherlands, Japan I might do. France, Senegal, might do that. England, Croatia, I'll definitely do that. Well, maybe. Could also go to the pub. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I'll be making videos about the World Cup going through as well anyway. We got a hydration break here. Hopefully this is a chance for them to get a talking to from the manager and kick him into gear, you know what I mean? It's been a little bit disappointing this second half so far. Don't know if both teams are happy to come away with a draw or what, but getting the highlights of the goals. That first goal was a very nice finish. I wonder if these hydration breaks, are you guys seeing adverts in America? I wonder. We just get a view of the managers talking. Mazraoui's getting a very detailed guide here from his manager. Bruno G is getting a leg massage just on YouTube for now, Dylan. I never actually messed with Twitch. I've never really watched Twitch or used Twitch. I know it is bigger for streaming, definitely, than YouTube is, but I'm just taking it a step at a time here. Just YouTube for now. I think you can do both at the same time, right? Yeah, see, I'm not getting any break. We just get like pictures of the images from the fans, the stadium, the coaches talking, the players getting the massages. That's what I thought was interesting in the first hydration break, because you could also almost see the Morocco players in their break just having a chat amongst themselves, really. Whereas the Brazil team got huddled around Ancelotti. The Morocco players were smiling, joking around with the goal scorer, congratulating him. Which was interesting to see the difference in mentality there. Obviously, Brazil were 1-0 down at the time, so they needed a talking to. We are underway again here, though. 70 minutes, 38 on the clock. Ball's just bouncing around here in the midfield. Morocco managed to get it under control with Hakimi. Still Morocco with the ball. Just playing around with it at the back at the moment. And here come Morocco. Nice turn from the number 7. Dispossessed, though. But Mazraoui has it now. Looks to feed it through the middle. Finds his man. Shot gets off, but it's not directed goalwards. But I think they got a corner. No, offside. Saibari offside there on that one. It was a good move, though. Mazraoui's played pretty well, actually, at left back. was kind of saying Rafinha's not had a good game, but he was up against Mazraoui. And Mazraoui's been playing pretty well. Not seen him much in a United shirt this season, but he's had a pretty good game here. Still would like to see this Ederson get on the pitch for Brazil, just from a United perspective, but I don't think that will happen. He was a very late call up for Brazil. Here come Morocco. Chance here. Miscontrolled though, and Gabriel cleans it up. I mean, it's kind of continued the same way it did before the hydration break. Nothing is going for either team here. The quality has had a proper drop off. This would have been a good game as the third group game, if you know what I mean. If these two played each other last in the group, they played Scotland and Haiti first, and then this was the group finale. I feel like we probably would have seen a better game. Oh, you can do both at the same time. Yeah, it's something I need to have a look into. A few things I need to look into. I need to improve this overlay thing going on. Oh, Speed's there. Talking of Twitch, he'll be doing his IRL stream, I guess. But yeah, I need to try and get like the lineups on the screen and stuff, the interactive things, team stats, things like that. But there's no point worrying about that right now, is there? We'll get the basics down first. Okay, Morocco putting a few nice passes together. Mazraoui gets it out wide. Can he get a ball into the box? Hakimi. Back to Mazraoui. Does put the ball in low, but it's just easily cleared away, that one. If you're going to put it in low like that, you got to drive it, man. You got to drill it. Back with the Moroccan defence. All the way back to the keeper. So we get some more substitutes now. Number 21 and 26 coming on for... Right? Oh no. What's just happened to my... Don't know what happened there. Okay. I'm back. Had a bit of a stream freeze there. Let me just make sure my timer's all synced up again. Yeah, we're all good. We're all good. Okay, here come Morocco. You can make everything work like you want. And yeah, exactly. I just need to work out how to do it. I'm not the most. I'm okay on computers and that, but with the streaming software, I don't really know what I'm doing. I kind of just threw something together, but it's working. The timer's working. The scoreboard's working. Unfortunately, we've not been able to use the scoreboard more in this second half. Okay, Morocco. I want to say they're on the attack, but they're just not. They're just playing around with it. Both teams are not seeming like they want to take a risk at this point. Oh, nice play from the number 11. Ball's put in across the box, but again, just falls at the feet of a Brazil defender who's able to get it away. Badui on the ball now. Buadi. He's not as much as an impact in the second half as he did in the first. I would say Fabinho has definitely brought in an element of calm in the second half to the Brazil midfield. They don't seem to be getting caught out as much. But been disappointed with the attacking substitutes since they come on. Cunha's on the ball now, though. Plays a ball forward, but... Oh, he finds Vinny. Bit of space on the left. Finds Rafinha in the middle. Shoots straight at Bono. Rafinha's game continues to be disappointing. Should have done better with that. No power on it. No direction. Straight at the feet of the goalkeeper who just basically just picks it up. I mean, he literally just kind of bent down. Does smother it a little bit, but just picks it up. It's a poor shot, really. It's a poor effort. Neymar's got his hands on his head. Bono might have a bit of a problem, yeah. Good save. Feel like he definitely should have made that save, though. Bono seems to be having an issue. They don't want to. You never want to lose your starting goalkeeper in a major tournament. Okay, it looks like we're gonna get Danilo coming onto the field. Danilo Santos. He's getting ready, getting prepared to come on. That would be their last change, I think. They've made 4 subs right so far. Enrique, Cunha, Fabinho, Danilo. Mazraoui's coming off and El Canus is coming off. So Morocco only have 1 substitute left, and Danilo is going to be coming on for Bruno G. So that means in this game we're not going to see no Endrick, no Martinelli, no Edison. When I say no Edison, by the way, I'm talking about the midfielder United have just signed. Wanted to see him, but we're not going to. Not too familiar with this Danilo, to be honest. I think does he play in Brazil? I'm guessing he does play in Brazil. Yeah, I guess it was a tough one to make clean contact on, and he hit it through the legs of the defender, didn't he? Which was nice. It was just, don't know. I'm being harsh on him, but it's Rafinha. He's a good player, you know what I mean? Feel like he's not been able to show his true talents in this game. But we've still got 10 minutes to go here. Probably another 5 going to be added on at the end of this one with the hydration break time and then the substitutes. There's been a lot of substitutes in the second half, so we're definitely going to get probably maybe even 6 or 7 minutes added on. Here comes Morocco. Gets the ball out wide. Ball put in, but blocked. I mean, I don't even really blame both teams. Oh, 1 second. Here comes Brazil on the counter-attack. Rafinha. Vinny and Rafinha are on the same side there for a second, but don't really work too well together. Danilo feeds it out wide. Comes inside to Cunha. Drives into the penalty area. Does he get a shot away? No, he doesn't. Claiming a corner, and I think he gets the corner. Cunha tries to get the crowd going, which is also kind of needed here. A bit of energy. Yeah, Cunha did well there, to be honest. I don't know if it actually was a corner. Don't think it should have been a corner. So that might get overturned there. I think the original decision was a corner, but yeah, the referee's now saying, no, put it on the goal kick spot. Stop lying to me, Cunha. Can't get away with anything as a football player these days, can you? Can't even claim a fake corner these days. VARs are across everything right now. I don't actually mind the corner one, though. There's nothing worse than when you shouldn't have given a corner away, or it wasn't a corner, and then you concede off it. And it's so quick for him to check. Like, you can literally check it in 2 seconds. And some teams these days... Oh, my God, Rafinha's through. Oh, the keeper's just got out in time. Bono. Morocco a bit shaky there at the back. But yeah, some of these teams, they spend a minute setting up the corner, you know what I mean? So you definitely do have time to check it. By the time you've sent your centre-backs forward, got the guy in position to take the corner. But yeah, just like that, Rafinha almost was through. Bono's done well. He's took a bit of an elbow to the face there, Bono. He holds his arm, his shoulder. I thought he took it to the face, but it must have been the shoulder. Rafinha offers a hand, but Bono says, no, man. Bono's still down holding his shoulder. This is his second little injury he's had in this game. Yeah, got a bit of both, didn't he? Bono's in the wars today. I think he's all right, though. I don't know if this is a bit of a tactic at this point, right? The good old goalkeeper getting hurt trick. Because if it's any other player on the pitch, there's something like... I think the new rule now in the World Cup is if you foul a player and you get a yellow card and that other player has to get treatment, they don't have to go off the pitch, right? They can stay on the pitch. Whereas if a player gets fouled but there's no card given, if you have to get treatment, you have to go off the pitch and then wait a minute until you can enter the field again. And it's to stop time wasting. But there's one exception to the rule, and it's the goalkeeper, right? So if the goalkeeper goes down, he gets treated on the pitch. You obviously can't make the keeper wait on the side of the pitch. You'd think the time would get added on. Zidane's there watching. You assume that time would get added on, but I don't think it always does in its entirety, right? So I don't know if Bono's just playing a few games here, because that's the second time he's gone down. And just like that, we're in the 85th minute. We might be looking at about 8 minutes added on now, though. Cunha on the left-hand side now. Tries to play a ball through to Rafinha, but it just gets cut out there by the defence. Buwadi comes away with it, but loses it straight away. Cunha back on the ball. Back to Gabriel. Danilo doesn't turn on it. Goes straight back to Gabriel. Straight back to the goalkeeper. Turn, Fabinho. Come on. I'd love to see someone get a late winner here. First half was so good. I was proper excited for the second half of football, but it's just not lived up to expectation. Neither team wants to lose this first game. Like I said, it's probably bad news for Haiti and Scotland, this result, because both of them are going to look to pump them 7 or 8-0. But in the same time, if one of these teams, like Scotland, are not going to be the easiest team to play against. I don't know anything about Haiti. I don't know anything about them. but I can't imagine. I mean, they're not ranked very well. Scotland, obviously not the best team, but are strong. They've got some good pros in there. Scott McTominay, John McGinn. They're going to have a good team. Morocco aren't going to just walk in and destroy Scotland. I don't think Scotland will come in with a good game plan. So if Morocco come away with a draw there as well, or Brazil come away with a draw against Scotland, starts to get a bit testy there. Yeah, I agree, Dylan. It does look like they're both playing for the draw. But you could, funnily enough, you could end up seeing Scotland or Haiti topping the group by the end of today. Should be nice for them to look at. I reckon Scotland will take the win in that game, though. 87th minute now, almost 88th minute. Not much is happening. Morocco on the attack, put the ball into the box, but it's cleared away again. Just a real lack of quality with these final balls. In the final third in general, not even the final ball, the final third. Saibar is coming off the goal scorer. He had that great chip goal. And Lahimi is coming on for him. Number 9. It's just a series of throw-ins happening right now. Yeah, it is going to look crazy, isn't it? If Scotland are top of the group, their fans will be going crazy. Their fans have already been going wild in America there. All in the kilts, singing the Scott McTominay song. Are you going to watch the Scotland game, Dylan? Ball putting off a free kick for Morocco. On the edge of the box. Honestly, I don't know a lot of the players' names now because they made so many substitutes. Cunha's coming away with it from Brazil. And he's going to get fouled. Another break in the play there. We are in the 90th minute now. We're about to find out how much time is going to be added on here. My guess was 8 minutes. Let's see. 10 minutes. Got 10 more minutes. Honestly, I don't need 10 more minutes of this game right now. My enthusiasm's been killed here. Yeah, I'm going to watch the Scotland game as well. Might throw a stream on. I'll decide in like 20. I'm going to make a match reaction to this game after this is finished quick. Oh, Brazil are through. Rafinha. He's on his own. Holds it up. Plays it across. Oh, and it's cleared away. Just loose passes again. The left back tried to feed it into Vide, but it's cleared away. Bono gives it a big boot up the field. 9 minutes to go here with the added time. Firmino in possession now. Running forward. Well, not exactly running. Moving forward slowly. Vinny beats Hakimi. Tries to get the ball across, but Hakimi recovers well. Was it a corner? Hakimi's played well, actually. The one time Brazil scored was down Hakimi's side, but it's because he was attacking. Doesn't seem to have been going forward as much here in the latter part of this game. Cunha's going to be the one to put this ball in. Find the head of Gabriel. That's all you've got to do, Cunha. Find the head of Gabriel. Here we go. Ball goes in. Ooh. Does get it towards Gabriel. It's a bit too loopy, that delivery, if you know what I mean. It needs a bit more power on it. Think they're going to get another corner? Yeah, another corner. It was a bit too loopy. I'd like to see it with a bit more whip on it. Cause some problems here. Ball comes in. That one does have more power on it. Keeper does well. Brazil still have possession of the ball. Rafinha. Oh, it wasn't Rafinha, sorry. It was that Danilo, yeah, Danilo. He's called Danilo, right? Yeah, Danilo. They got two Danilos on. 7 minutes to go. I reckon Brazil probably are the team. Yeah, I was going to just say the exact same thing, Dylan. Brazil have, in this last 10 minutes, of the team who seem more likely to get the winning goal. But here come Morocco. Looking to put the ball in. No, beats his man. Does put the cross in. Morocco's crossing has been really bad. I'll say that. There's been a few moments now where they put a cross in. And they've just not been able to find a man. Okay, ball played through from Morocco to the number 9. Gets absolutely bodied off Gabriel. I think it's going to be a corner. Gabriel's shouted out for something. I don't know what he's unhappy about. Maybe the fact he's given away a corner. The number 9 goes down holding the back of his head. Don't think there was anything malicious in there, though. He does like an elbow, Gabriel, though. He's a bit naughty sometimes with his elbows, and he always gets away with it. But that one, nah, there's nothing there in that one. He didn't do anything wrong with that one. Oh, he landed on his head as he fell. But he's okay. Rahime, the man who came on in like the last 10 minutes. And here we go. Morocco's corner. I have just made a note on my notepad saying Morocco crossing really bad. Let's see if they can prove me wrong here off this corner. Cameraman's working his magic. Here comes the ball in. Morocco's crossing really bad. Terrible corner. I mean, you can see from the games we've seen so far in the World Cup that the obviously these teams don't get as much time to work on the set pieces as much as a club team would. The time that they do have is short together in the training camps. It's going to be focused on other things other than set pieces, I'm guessing. But set pieces are so important in the modern day. Well, they always have been, but I mean, we literally saw a team win the Premier League by being amazing at corners. They're good at other stuff, obviously, as well. But the amount of goals they scored from set pieces. And you have the guy... Brazil have the guy who scores most of those goals. They just don't have the guy to put the delivery in. But it's playing a game of one bounce here at the moment. The ball's just in the air, bouncing around. Something's happened off the ball, I think. Morocco going to get free kicks. Fabinho seems to avoid a yellow card. Yeah, he was late in there. Oh, nasty one, actually. Studs up on the foot. I think he did make intent to go for the ball, but it was a bit nasty. Got about 3.5 minutes to go here. If you're going to do something, Morocco, you got to do it now. Don't really remember seeing Alisson being tested in the second half. Ball's played in straight to Alisson, man. That was such a bad free kick. I mean, I was actually surprised they put that straight in the box because it was so like straight, and it's not a distance where you can shoot. You're not really getting a good crossing angle from there. I don't know if they tried to play like a chip through ball, but it's just not worked. They'd have been better maybe fizzing that one out wide, creating an angle, and then getting the ball in the box. But they literally just kicked it straight to Alisson off that. Okay, 2 minutes to go here. Oh, long range effort. Alisson does get tested, doesn't manage to grab hold of the ball. The Morocco number 24 comes in late to try and finish it off, but isn't able to. Who was it who hit that? Oh, it was the number 24 who hit it. Sorry, he wasn't the one following up. Alisson's maybe should have done better with the initial one. Maybe just parry it out for a corner. He's obviously tried to avoid giving away a last-minute corner, but it could have been a bad result. But he recovered well in the end. He's just slapped the ball away. I think it will end up being a corner anyway. Here we go. This could be the last chance of the game, really. Yeah, good couple of saves. Don't know if he could have avoided the second save by hitting the first one out. Ball comes in. Tell what I mean. That the crossing has been really bad, right? I mean, really bad. You've got a bad corner. The ball comes over to the other side. You put another cross in, and it just hits the first man again. I think Morocco have been a very well organised team. A good performance. They're just lacking a little bit of quality there. With final deliveries, final finishes. Well, not even final finishes. They've not really had that many shots on target. And that is the end of the game. I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks for joining me through most of that, Dylan. I might do the Scotland one in about an hour. You just have to keep an eye out. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to film a match reaction now to this game, and I'll get that posted on my YouTube, and then I'll see about the Scotland one. So thank you for joining. Thanks to anyone else who joined throughout that. And I'll see you for the next one. Take it easy.